Deca, as far as I'm aware, does not even really. It doesn't really deliver. It's not geared to deliver content at that rate. According to the Cryptic CEO, they intend to do so. So we'll find out, I suppose, whether or not this game is truly on maintenance mode or if Star Trek Online is indeed alive and well. If all the stuff about Warner Brothers and Skydance and Paramount trying to offload the franchise onto someone is true, Star Trek Online may outlive the current, and Deca is being what the Cryptic CEO and Deca are saying is legit. Then Star Trek Online may actually survive the current incarnation of the franchise. Which I remember saying it probably would way back in the day. I remember saying as much, but I'm still surprised that it's happening. uh, as for what I've heard, man, there's so many rumors going around right now. I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe. There's all sorts of stuff. Like some people are saying that Skydance wants to buy Paramount, and there's other people saying that Skydance wants to buy everything in Paramount but Star Trek, and then there's people saying that WB wants to buy Star Trek and doesn't want the rest of Paramount at all. I'd be interested to know if Warner Brothers wants to buy Star Trek, are they going to buy out the license from Shyman? Who the hell? Some things in here don't react well to bullets. If they're buying out the licensing for example, Simon and Schuster for all the books. Because honestly, honestly, this is the thing that Disney did wrong, and this is something that Star Trek did wrong, or that Paramount did wrong. There is so much material in the books, so much that you could it's practically. I say it over and over again. New Frontier is practically written for you. It's got a 7-year framework. You know, shit Corps of Engineers is written episodically already. Every book in Corps of Engineers is a series of novellas, is a compilation of novellas, that are all like individual episodes. Shit. You've got Star Trek Prometheus, Star Trek Titan, you know. It's such a no-brainer. I don't see why they've never done it. Star Trek Vanguard, fucking Vanguard in live action. Think about Jesus. Can you imagine how cool that would be? Vanguard, shit. Vanguard, New Earth. That's something that'd be cool to see. I'm sorry if I'm just sitting here fanboying over the books, but there's just so much material there. Whoever gets the franchise, I hope they take. Oh my god, you know what I would love? I've started talking about it now. I would love, because there is some awesome stuff. Forget IDW. Fuck IDW. I hate the IDW Star Trek comics. There is some of them, there's some stuff that is good. Obviously, the Mirror War stuff that IDW wrote has taken on a life of its own, and people love it. The Mirror Galaxy in this game is even from it. I hate the Star Trek books. That's literally just called Star Trek, with the God War and stuff. It's fucking stupid. But Wildstorm. The Wildstorm years, when all the stuff that they were writing either tied in with the Activision games or with the relaunch novels. There was an entire like there's an entire like story arc called like Divided We Fall or like something like that. That's all about Trill. That's all about the chickens coming home to roost on Trill for the conspiracy to lie essentially about the number of viable hosts there actually were among the Trill for the symbionts. And it's basically all about everything that the Symbiosis Commission was talking about coming to pass. Like basically like all of it. Like it's great. And it ties into Deep Space Nine and Next Gen relaunches. I think it ties into Titan as well, but I'm not sure. Um or no. No, it ties into the Deep Space Nine relaunch, but it's at the same time period. It's like I think it's the Deep Space Nine relaunch, but before Nemesis. I think so. It's like around the time period of a time two, like somewhere in there. But there's like all kinds of cool stuff. I think there's like a couple New Frontier. Both there's a couple New Frontier storylines. I think both of them involve time travel. But like that, like the Deep Space Nine Next Gen one is awesome. It's got it's got like Bashir and Crusher working together. It focuses a lot on Ezri because she's a Trill, so of course she's in the middle of all this, and she's a Dax, so she's a major character in Star Trek. Uh, so she's sort of the eye of the storm. You get to see the Defiant and the Enterprise fucking shit up. Like it's really really good. If you've never read it, like find it and read it. I have like this DVD compilation of like all of the like Star Trek comics from I think it was originally Marvel or something all the way to the Wildstorm books. If you can find like that, if you can find that, get it. There's awesome stuff in there, especially the stuff that they came up with when the comics guys. So because Paramount would just never tell anybody what was going to happen, right? They would just let the license run with whoever held it, and they would just like make stories like based on Star Trek, right? So there's this entire run of Kirk and company on the Excelsior, for example, in the DC comics following Star Trek 2. And then Star Trek 3 comes out, and there's like this just issues and issues and issues, and then Star Trek 3 comes out years later, and they have to find some way to pivot to make this thing happen. It's hilarious. They oh my god. The Enterprise blows up, and then they have the Excelsior, and Spock is back, but he's kind of like in the background. Like he's like the hero of another story, right? He's captain of his own ship, and then of course Star Trek 4 happens, and then like it's all fucked. So there's lots of original characters and original and interesting storytelling that goes on when they basically are freewheeling, just making Star Trek in like the DC and Marvel comics, and then Paramount would always poo-poo that by like making a movie that contradicts everything that they're working on because they don't work with their licensees at all, or their licensors rather. They don't work with them at all. This is the story of the downfall of just about every Star Trek role-playing game there's ever been. That Paramount simply has not given a fuck. From FASA to Last Unicorn and Decipher, and inevitably Star Trek Adventures. That's simply the way it is. That's simply the way it's been. Maybe maybe at WB or Skydance or NBC or whoever the hell, NBC Universal or whoever the hell gets a hold of the Star Trek franchise, maybe they'll be better shepherds of it. I doubt it. But yeah, go and read the comics, go and read the books. There's so much good shit out there. If you're if you're worried about the fate of the franchise and you want to get a good Star Trek fix, there's stuff out there to read that's really, really good. And if you are responsible, if you, whoever you are, listening right now, are somehow the people now responsible for the franchise, for the love of God, go read this shit. There is awesome stuff. Like, there's awesome stuff in the DC and Marvel comics you could adapt. You know, like maybe with like different characters, I suppose. But you could fit it in there somewhere and adapt it, and it'd be really cool. Like if you want to do, oh my god, if you want to do like something set in the 23rd century, Lost Era, there's Lost Era books or Vanguard, or just don't make another fucking prequel. Just not another fucking prequel. I'm so sick of goddamn Star Trek prequels. I was sick of Star Trek prequels back in fucking Enterprise. I don't know what the hell people have been on for the last 20 fucking years. It's always got to be another fucking prequel. Man, I'm cursing up a storm now. Alright. I think I've worked myself up enough about this. I've ranted long enough. So, I'm going to sign off and get some recording and record some more videos while I still can before the cough comes back. So, I'll see you guys later.